Welcome back to the space where we unlock potential and ignite the flame of self-development, the key to living with purpose and passion. If you feel stuck, unmotivated, or are waiting for the right moment, then this is the time for you to take action. If you like what you hear today, please like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with friends and family so we can grow together. Ready? Let's get started. In our journey through life, the question, who are you, may appear simple, but it holds profound complexity. It is not merely an inquiry about our profession, our studies, or the hobbies we enjoy. Instead, it beckons us to look deeper, to explore the very core of our being. How many of us can stand with certainty and declare, I truly understand myself, I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses, and I am walking on the path that truly suits me? For many, the answer is elusive, tucked away beneath layers of expectation, uncertainty, and the ever-shifting tides of youth. The years between 18 and 25 form a pivotal chapter, a time when the shelter of childhood recedes and the realities of adulthood emerge. This is the stage when we are called to make decisions that will shape our futures, which path to pursue in our studies, which career to build, whom to share our lives with, and perhaps most importantly, how we wish to live. These choices, though outwardly practical, are deeply personal. They demand a level of self-awareness that can be difficult to achieve. Without understanding ourselves, we risk making decisions that are not truly ours, guided more by chance or external pressure than by genuine insight. Imagine for a moment the effort required to nurture a mango seed. If you plant it in rich, nourishing soil, it will flourish, growing strong and bearing fruit. Yet if you place that same seed in a swamp, no amount of care will allow it to thrive. Each one, like that mango seed, carries unique potential, our strengths, our talents, and the skills we have honed over time. But we also harbor weaknesses, limitations that can act as weeds, threatening to choke the growth of our dreams. If we fail to recognize and tend to these aspects of ourselves, we risk allowing our aspirations to wither before they even take root. There is a tendency, especially among the young, to shy away from acknowledging weaknesses. We fear that they mark us as less than others, or that they foretell inevitable failure. Yet these weaknesses are not a final judgment. They are simply signals pointing to areas where we must learn more, work harder, and strive with greater determination. To face our imperfections with honesty is an act of courage, and it is in this act that we discover the motivation to rise above them. History and modern life are filled with the stories of those who have walked this path. The most successful individuals are not those who possess perfection, but those who possess understanding. They know themselves, they recognize their strengths, and are not afraid to confront their weaknesses. They use this knowledge as a compass, guiding them toward choices that align with their true selves. But what do we mean when we speak of strengths and weaknesses? Strengths are the qualities that come naturally to us, the talents and skills that set us apart. They are not merely what we are good at, but what energizes us, what feels right. These may include intellectual abilities, physical skills, emotional intelligence, creativity, or the capacity to connect with others. They are the soil in which we are most likely to flourish. Weaknesses, on the other hand, are areas where we struggle. They may be gaps in knowledge, limitations in ability, or patterns of behavior that hold us back. Sometimes they are the result of our upbringing, our experiences, or simply the nature of our personality, but they are not fixed. With effort and awareness, weaknesses can be managed, minimized, and even transformed into sources of strength. So how do we discover and identify our own strengths and weaknesses? The process begins with honest reflection. Take time to consider the moments when you felt truly alive. What were you doing? Where did you excel without effort? And where did you encounter resistance? Feedback from others can provide valuable insights, but it must be balanced with self-awareness. The opinions of friends, family, and mentors can guide us, but only we can determine what is authentically ours. Self-awareness is the foundation of wise decision-making. It allows us to navigate life with intention rather than drifting along the currents of circumstance. When we understand ourselves, we become the authors of our own stories rather than merely actors in someone else's script. Let me share with you a story of a young man from Japan whose journey illustrates the power of self-discovery. As a boy, he was fascinated by machines. He spent hours tinkering with engines, dreaming of building something new, but his academic performance was poor and he failed entrance exams multiple times. His weaknesses were clear. He struggled with traditional learning and was often dismissed by teachers and peers, yet he refused to be defined by these shortcomings. He embraced his love for engineering, dedicating himself to hands-on experimentation. Through relentless effort and a willingness to confront his limitations, he learned from each failure. He surrounded himself with people who complemented his weaknesses, building a team that shared his vision. Years later, that young man, Soichiro Honda, would go on to found Honda Motor Company, a name recognized around the world. His journey was not one of effortless success, but of persistent self-understanding. He knew where he excelled, where he struggled, and he used both to carve out a path uniquely his own. This story reminds us that success is not about becoming someone else. It is about becoming more fully ourselves. The journey of self-discovery is not always easy. It requires courage to look within, honesty to accept what we find, and determination to grow from both strengths and weaknesses. In doing so, we become equipped to make decisions that are wise and meaningful, decisions that reflect our true potential. As you embark on this journey, remember that self-discovery is ongoing. The person you are today is not the person you will be tomorrow. Each experience adds to your understanding. Each challenge reveals new facets of your character. Embrace the process with patience and curiosity. Seek out opportunities that allow you to use your strengths, and do not shy away from those that test your weaknesses. Surround yourself with people who encourage growth, and never stop asking, who am I? In the end, the path that truly suits you is not found in imitation, but in authenticity. Let your choices be guided by the wisdom of self-awareness. Nurture your strengths, manage your limitations, and walk boldly in the direction that feels right for you. The journey may be uncertain, but it is yours to shape. By understanding yourself, you hold the power to create a life that is not only successful, but deeply fulfilling. So, dear friends, as you face the choices before you, remember, the greatest achievement is not found in becoming someone else, but in becoming the best version of yourself. The journey begins with a single question: who are you? And the courage to seek its answer. Thank you for accompanying me today. Motivation is just the starting point, but it is daily actions that truly create your future. Don't hesitate, write down your goals, send a message, or start a new habit right now. If you find this message inspiring, please share it with your loved ones, and together, let's build a community of people who dare to dream big and act boldly. Your future self is waiting for you.